Hello, friends, and welcome back to our daily women's devotional. I Am Loved, edited by Carolyn Rathbun Sutton. Today is October 9th, and the title of our devotional is Find the Peace, written by Shannon Moore Malone. The Bible verse is found in Colossians chapter 3, verse 15. And let the peace of God rule in your hearts, to which also you were called in one body, and be thankful. Shannon writes, I was first introduced to the concept of using peace as an umpire by Joyce Myers in her book Hearing from God Each Morning. Just like as the umpire decides what's a strike and who's out, we can use peace as a barometer when it comes to making decisions. I have loved this concept, and I have made Find the Peace a personal commandment or core tenet of mine. How do I find peace? Well, of all things being equal, I rely on whether my inner spirit is at peace with the decision before I proceed, the final test before I decide to move forward. On 2 separate occasions, I was considering whether to accept a position of employment. The first time, as I was going into the meeting to discuss the opportunity, a voice said to me, "This is not what you should be doing. Go in and thank them for the opportunity, but turn around and walk out. If you accept it, you'll regret it." I wasn't easy during the entire conversation, but I rationalized that my angst was just my fear and my discomfort at leaving my then 1-year-old son. We needed the money, and it would be good for my long-term career. I accepted the position. 2 years later, I knew the situation was not working for me and decided to resign. Later, I was discussing the possibility of working in another organization, and while everything seemed wonderful, flexible work schedule allowing me to spend the necessary time with my son, I just could not get comfortable about it. I couldn't find peace. There was no distinct voice this time, just a nagging feeling in my gut translating to, "This isn't right, don't do it." With tears and what can only be described as half of a mustard seed of faith, I turned down the opportunity that seemed so perfect. When faced with a decision or a circumstance where everyone and everything is turbulent around you, I invite you to join me in seeking Jesus. It may be as simple as stepping away from a conversation or as scary as turning down a wonderful opportunity. But a part of the good news is that Jesus is the Prince of Peace, and He invites us, regardless of the turmoil swirling around us, to make peaceful choices in our lives. Look for ways to find that peace today. Shannon Moore Malone adores books, running, and is beyond the shadow of a doubt a foodie. She writes sporadically from Huntsville, Alabama, United States of America, where she lives with her husband Dee and the Buddy Man. It is so important for us to listen to that gut feeling, which in reality, yes, some may call your conscience, but it could be the Holy Spirit. That's His job. He steers us in our decision making. And sometimes we think that we know better than God, and then we soon realize that He was right. So the next time you're feeling a little angst about a decision or you're not sure, pray about it. Maybe postpone it until God gives you that peace that only comes from Him. I hope that you're blessed, you enjoyed today's devotional, and I will see you again tomorrow.